Hi, I'll be demonstrating a vulnerability in Mac OS X Yosemite, which enables us to perform a local privilege escalation due to codes that are not written properly in main of the dynamic linker. An easy way to test if your system is vulnerable to this attack is to enter the following into a shell. The created file would appear in the root directory of the file system. If this file exists in the root directory, it means that your system is vulnerable to this problem. Now we do an exploit which adds data to the end of the file. We can do this by echoing a string through file descriptor tree that is bound to the log file, which is open and has been linked from the execution SUID to the spawn shell, and hence it can be directly returned to the root authority file. What we can observe from this is that a root owner file has been appended with data from an unprivileged user. This could be any file on a file system, and hence it makes privilege escalation a simple task. Now we can write files through any n SUID binary arbitrary files on the file system as root. On the previous exploit, we have added data to the end of a file. However, that isn't as efficient as overwriting data in a file when it comes to exploiting the system. Firstly, we have to understand what is stopping us from overwriting a file. The append flag is the one that limits us from overwriting a file. However, this is not an issue as it can be disabled through the following codes. We will use gcc in command shell as a compiler for the codes that is saved as a C file. Once the code has been executed, we can assume that the append flag has been disabled and data has been overwritten through the compile codes. By using the cat command, we can observe if data has really been overwritten. As seen from the output, ABC was overwritten to anything kinetic that was written in the C file. Info. Lastly, I will do a simple demonstration of how a local privilege escalation can be done on a system. To prove the concept, let's create a folder in our user directory and let's name it secrets. There will be no folders inside, and we can now view the permissions for this folder, and let's get info. As we can see from the sharing permissions, no one else but my account has write privileges. Now we have to create a new account. Let's edit this. Create new account, and I'll name it attacker, which is a standard account and has no privileges or any. So we shall proceed by logging into this standard account in a moment. Give me a moment while the system sets up this account. It's gonna take a short while. Alright, let's open a terminal, and a who am I command tells me that I'm the attacker account. Let's type in the following codes to gain root access immediately. What this code does is to run a who am I to output our username and then implement no password to all. The output is directed to the file specified by DYLD print to file, which in this case is the list of users who can gain root level privileges, which are the sudo words. And hence it tells the OS that your user account can be granted root access without a password. Lastly, sudo-s is executed, which opens a command line shell that has access to root level privileges for your user account. And by typing who am I, you can see that I'm a root user now. So let's cd to the user directory and write to the folder which we previously had no permission to. So let's make directory here. So what we are doing now is I'm essentially creating a folder here, which in other words I'm writing to the folder. And this is a simple privilege escalation, and I'll just show you the ID for both the root and the standard account just to double check. Thank you for your kind attention.